Hello everyone, it's Claudia again, and today I'm here to show you two more products in detail of the Switcho family. I'm not done yet though, and I've got more videos to show you, but today we're gonna be talking about the Switcho lights and the Switcho engines that I've got here on the table. Both of these models are sold separately, but I'm just gonna be talking about both of them on this video. So when it comes to both of them, they follow the Switcho family, all kind of features when it comes to the housing of them, the different dents that it has to integrate it all together. It has a full metal construction, and it's also thought for those who are cockpit builders, for example, and you can just remove by means of 4 or 6 screws all the front part. You would remove the housing and you would just integrate it into your cockpit. Or you can also use, because in all the Switcho products they're included these two anti-tilts that you would just slide it on the bottom of the model, and you will just place it like this, for example, and this way you would secure that it's not moving. Okay? Well, so once we know a little bit how the Switcho models are thought and designed, I'm gonna dive a little more. I'm gonna start, for instance, with the Switcho engines. The Switcho engines, as you may have seen, it's a model that it's divided into. So this way you can either choose if you want a horizontal disposal like you are seeing right now, or maybe you prefer to have it on a vertical way. Both positions are secured with these parts that are also included in the package. So you could just, for example, if your choice is to have it on a vertical way, you will just slide it from behind this way and another, and you would just have it all secure in one piece, okay? So, for example, both of them are thought for flying single, twin engine, piston and turboprop, as you may see, because here we've got the master battery, the avionics switch, we've got also the alternator and generator switches. And then, for example, over here, we'll have for the piston engine, the 5 ignition key with a momentary start button, okay? It comes back and stays on both. And then for the turboprop, we've got the switches for start and auto ignition as well. On the other hand, when it comes to the Switcho lights model, here we will be talking about different switches, all of them metal construction, and they have a really aeronautical feeling. We've got also the pitted heat, de-icing, both full pumps as well, here on blue, and then we've got the 2 tank selectors as well. So now the interesting thing is to see these models, how they interact and work with the 3 main flight simulation platforms that are compatible with, as well as all of the Switcho family, that is X-Plane, Prepare and Microsoft. So let's go and see how they work. So once we enter to our website, you will go to the Setup and Support tab, and scrolling down, you will find the product that you've ordered. For example, in this case, we're gonna go to the Switcho lights, and on the documents part, we can download the user's manual. Here it's gonna explain us a little bit about the product, what it's included, how to use the different accessories, and the important part, when connecting it to the PC and the software setup. It's as simple as just opening our Virtualfly app, and furthermore, the flight simulation platforms that we want to fly with. So now we're already on the setup. Now we're gonna see how the models interact with the different softwares. First of all, as you may see, what we've done is open the Virtualfly app. That allow us to see all the items connected from Virtualfly, and this way we can also configure some of the things. In this case, we've got Yoko Neo, rudder pedals, the TQ6, and Switcho lights, as well as Switcho engines, all of them connected. And then, for example, if we want just to change something, we'll go inside the product, and these allow us to do any changes, and same with the Switcho engines. So now we have ensured that the Switchos are connected okay with the PC, as we've checked on the Virtualfly app. Now we're gonna try it with the flight simulation software. In this case, we're gonna start with X-Plane. So let's gonna start the engines. We're gonna have the tank selectors on from the Switcho lights. And now we're gonna start the master battery and both engines. As you see the rotaries, you can go right, left, and both position of the magnetos and start, so you can do the previous check in the pre-flight, and the same with the right engine as well. Now that we got the engines on, we're gonna switch on as well the avionics. As you see, it has interact okay, and the alternators as well, that it changes over the switch and the LED indicator goes off. Now when it comes to the Switcho model, we're gonna see the switches moving on the bottom part of the screen. We've got panel light and the both pump left and right switch, and the pitted heat switch as well. And you can see the LED indicator popping out. Then we've got beacon, landing, taxi, navigation, and strobe light as well. And finally, we will have also a switch for the de-icing. And now when it comes to the tank selectors, you can see also the functionality, because when we switch them off, the engines stop. Now we've switched to prepare software, and now we're gonna see as well how it interacts with it. So first of all, we're gonna place on tank selectors. We're gonna start master battery on, and we're gonna switch first left engine, as you can see over there, and then right engine as well on. We're gonna have the avionics on, as you see the switch, and everything has been on, alternators as well over there. And now we've got the engines on. And now when it comes to the Switcho lights model, as well, we have panel light switch over there, beacon, landing, taxi, navigation, and strobe working there. We've got both pumps over there as well, de-icing switch, and pitted heat switches as well. And finally, for those of you who prefer to fly with Microsoft Flight Simulator, we're gonna see as well how it interacts. Now we've got a G1000 Baron G58 instead of the analog version to try it on. So first you're gonna have tank selectors on. We're gonna have the master battery on, avionics as well on, and both alternators. And then we will continue with the engines. Magnetos will switch all positions and go to start, and same with right engine. And we've got engines on. So when it comes to the lights model, we've got panel light, beacon, landing, taxi, navigation, and strobe, as well as the pitted heat, de-icing, and both fuel pumps. As you see, all the switches are moving as well on the platform. And finally, I'm just gonna shut down the aircraft and the video. So we turn off tank selectors. We will see how the engines have stopped. And stay tuned, because today we've done it with a twin engine piston aircraft, but next day we're gonna show you how to do the turboprop with the start and auto ignition on the Switcho engines model, and as well we're gonna have the Switcho that I showcased you in the previous video, the trims Switcho, and then we're gonna use the magnetic label that allow us to fly and change the cowl flaps for the auto feather and inverter function.